Financial literacy. How to actually manage your money in real life. Let's be honest. Most of us were taught how to pass exams, get good grades, and find a job. But very few people were actually taught what to do with the money they earn. Nobody sits you down and explains how to create a budget, how much you should save, how debt really works, why your income can increase while you still feel broke, or how to build wealth over time. And that is why someone can earn 100,000 Nigerian nairas a month and struggle financially, while another person earns 500,000 Nigerian nairas and somehow still has nothing left at the end of the month. The difference isn't always income. Sometimes it's financial literacy. Financial literacy simply means understanding how money works and knowing how to make good decisions with the money you have. So in this video, we're going to break down how to actually manage your money in real life. Not complicated financial theory, just practical principles you can start using. 1. Know exactly where your money goes. The first rule of managing money is simple. You cannot manage what you don't track. Imagine someone gives you 100,000 Nigerian nairas. At the beginning of the month, you feel rich. You buy food. You order something online. You send money to someone. You pay for transportation. You subscribe to different services. You buy airtime and data. You go out with friends. And suddenly, you check your account and discover you have 8,000 Nigerian nairas left. The money didn't disappear. You spent it. The problem is that you weren't paying attention. That's why the first step is to track your expenses. For at least 1 month, write down everything you spend money on. Food, transportation, rent, bills, subscriptions, entertainment, shopping, even those small 500 Nigerian nairas and 1,000 Nigerian nairas purchases. Because small expenses can become large expenses when they happen repeatedly. Once you see where your money is going, you can finally start controlling it. 2. Create a simple budget. A budget is not a punishment. A budget is simply a plan for your money. Before your money arrives, decide where it should go. For example, imagine you earn 200,000 Nigerian nairas per month. You could divide your money into categories such as needs, savings, investments, giving, and personal spending. The exact percentages don't have to be the same for everyone. Someone paying rent and supporting a family will have a very different budget from someone living with their parents. The important thing is this. Give every naira a job. Instead of asking at the end of the month, where did all my money go? You should already know where your money is supposed to go. And remember, a budget should reflect reality. Don't create a beautiful budget that you know you cannot follow. Create one that actually fits your life. 3. Separate needs from wants. This is one of the most important financial skills you can develop. A need is something essential. Food, basic housing, transportation to work or school, important bills, healthcare. A want is something you would like to have but can survive without. New clothes when you already have enough. The latest phone, eating out, entertainment, expensive subscriptions. This doesn't mean you should never enjoy your money. You absolutely should. Money is meant to serve your life. The problem begins when your wants start controlling your finances. Before buying something, ask yourself, do I actually need this, or do I simply want it? Then ask, if I don't buy this today, will anything important happen? That simple pause can prevent many unnecessary purchases. 4. Build an emergency fund. Life doesn't always follow your plans. Your phone can break. Your laptop can stop working. You could lose a source of income. A family emergency could happen. An unexpected bill could appear. And when you don't have savings, an emergency can quickly become debt. That's why you need an emergency fund. An emergency fund is money kept specifically for unexpected situations. Start small. You don't need millions of naira immediately. Your first goal could simply be saving 20,000 Nigerian nairas, then 50,000 Nigerian nairas, then 100,000 Nigerian nairas. Eventually, you can work toward having several months of essential expenses saved. The important thing is to start. Even if you're saving only 5,000 Nigerian nairas or 10,000 Nigerian nairas at a time, you're building the habit. And remember, savings are not money you forgot to spend. Savings are money you intentionally decided not to spend today so that your future self has options. 5. Be careful with debt. Debt can be useful, but debt can also become a trap. The important question isn't simply, can I borrow this money? The better question is, how will I repay it? Before taking a loan, understand exactly how much you will repay. Don't look only at the amount you're receiving. Look at the interest. Look at the fees. Look at the repayment schedule. And most importantly, ask yourself whether the purchase is actually worth borrowing money for. Borrowing money for something that loses value quickly can put you under unnecessary pressure. And if you already have debt, don't panic. List your debts. Write down how much you owe. Write down the interest rates. Then create a realistic repayment plan. The goal isn't to pretend the debt doesn't exist. The goal is to take control of it. 6. Don't increase your lifestyle every time your income increases. This is one of the biggest financial traps. Imagine you earn 150,000 Nigerian nairas. You manage somehow. Then you get a better job and start earning 300,000 Nigerian nairas. You might think, now I can finally enjoy life. So you upgrade your phone. You move into a more expensive apartment. You start eating at more expensive restaurants. You spend more on transportation. You subscribe to more services. And eventually, you're earning twice as much but still feel broke. That's called lifestyle inflation. Your income increased, but your expenses increased too. When your income rises, don't immediately upgrade everything. Instead, use part of the increase to improve your financial position. Increase your savings. Build your emergency fund. Invest. Pay off expensive debt. Then use some of the remaining money to enjoy your improved lifestyle. You don't have to live like you're poor. You simply shouldn't allow every increase in income to become an increase in expenses. 7. Start investing after building your foundation. Saving money is important, but over the long term, simply keeping all your money in cash may not be enough to build wealth. That's where investing comes in. Investing means putting money into assets or opportunities that you expect to generate returns over time. But here's something extremely important. Don't invest in something you don't understand. Don't put your money into an investment just because someone on social media said it will make you rich. Don't believe promises of guaranteed huge returns with zero risk. Learn first. Understand the risks. Understand the fees. Understand how the investment makes money. And remember that investing is usually a long-term game. Wealth is rarely built overnight. It is often built through consistency, saving, investing, reinvesting, and allowing time to work in your favor. 8. Increase your income. Managing money isn't only about spending less. At some point, you also need to think about earning more. Because there is a limit to how much you can cut. You can only reduce your food expenses so much. You can only reduce transportation costs so much. But your ability to earn can potentially grow significantly. Learn valuable skills. Improve your education. Learn technology. Learn communication. Learn sales. Learn programming. Learn design. Learn business. Learn skills that people and companies are willing to pay for. And when your income increases, don't spend all of the extra money. Use it to strengthen your financial foundation. Because the strongest financial strategy combines two things: controlling your expenses and increasing your income. 9. Understand net worth. Your salary is not the same thing as your wealth. Someone can earn a huge salary and have almost nothing saved. Another person can earn less, but own valuable assets and have very little debt. That's why you should understand your net worth. The basic formula is: net worth equals what you own minus what you owe. What you own could include savings, investments, property, or other valuable assets. What you owe includes loans, credit balances, and other debts. For example, imagine you own assets worth 2 million Nigerian nairas, but owe 500,000 Nigerian nairas. Your net worth would be 1.5 million Nigerian nairas. Tracking your net worth helps you see whether you're actually becoming financially stronger. Don't only ask, how much money did I make this month? Also ask, did my financial position improve this month? That's a much better question. 10. Automate good financial habits. One of the easiest ways to save money is to make saving automatic. Why? Because relying on motivation doesn't always work. If you tell yourself, I'll save whatever is left at the end of the month, you may discover that there is nothing left. Instead, when you receive your income, move your planned savings aside first. Then live on what's left. Even better, if your bank or financial platform allows it, automate the transfer. This turns saving from a decision you have to make every day into a habit that happens automatically. 11. Have financial goals. Don't just say, I want to be rich. That's too vague. Create specific goals. Maybe your goal is to save 100,000 Nigerian nairas. Maybe it's to pay off a debt. Maybe it's to buy a laptop without borrowing money. Maybe it's to build an emergency fund. Maybe it's to start investing. Maybe it's to save enough money to start a business. Give your money a purpose. Because when you have a clear goal, you're less likely to waste money on things that don't matter. The real secret to managing money. Here's the thing about financial literacy. You don't need to become a financial expert overnight. You don't need to earn millions before you start managing money properly. You can start with whatever you have. Track your spending. Create a budget. Separate needs from wants. Save consistently. Build an emergency fund. Be careful with debt. Avoid unnecessary lifestyle inflation. Learn about investing. Increase your income. Track your net worth. And set clear financial goals. The goal isn't to never spend money. The goal isn't to become obsessed with saving every naira. The goal is control. You want to reach a point where your money is being directed by your decisions instead of your emotions. Because financial freedom isn't simply about having a lot of money. It's about having enough control over your money that an unexpected expense doesn't completely destroy you. It's about being able to make decisions without constantly worrying about your next paycheck. It's about building a future where your money works for you instead of you constantly working just to catch up with your expenses. So start today. Open your banking app. Look at your last 30 days of spending. Write everything down. Find the expenses that are unnecessary. Create a realistic budget. Choose an amount you can save consistently. And make a plan for where you want to be financially 1 year from now. You don't have to fix everything today. Just make your next financial decision better than your previous one. Because financial success is usually not one massive decision. It's thousands of small decisions made consistently over time. If you found this video helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to learn how to manage their money better. And remember, you don't need to become rich before learning how to manage money. You need to learn how to manage money so that when your income grows, you know what to do with it. Start small, stay consistent, and let your future self benefit from the decisions you make today.